Yo, what's good, everybody? In this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to VOD review. VOD reviewing is super important. It helps you increase your game sense, your understanding of the game, helps you analyze decisions, helps you improve, helps you avoid situations that are unfavorable, and really helps you start reading the information that's given to you in the game. The information that's given to you in the game is what should be driving the decisions that you make. Okay? When you hit tab in this game, what pops up? The scoreboard, and the money shows. The money is shown. The ultimates are shown. They show you how many orbs off the ultimate they are, and these kind of things. The information on that screen is generally what's going to dictate the decisions of the enemy, right? For example, if the enemy jet is one off of her knives, her ult, and she has $2,000 credits, guess what? She's probably going to figure out a way to get an orb somewhere. Okay, if that's the case, maybe we can contest the orb and we can deny the orb from the enemy, right? These are things that you need to be looking for in VOD review, right? Try to find some type of logical baseline behind the decisions of your enemy, so then you can then evaluate your own decisions based on that information, okay? All right. I'm going to talk about where to find VODs, what kind of things you should be looking for in VODs. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to teach you guys real basic, try to help you guys be self-sufficient when it comes to improving. And yeah, let's get started. First things first, don't bite off more than you can chew. Okay? If you are trying to improve on something, be very, very specific in what you're looking for in VODs. There is a lot of information going on the screen when you're watching a VOD. So you can kind of get sensory overload and be overstimulated if you don't slow down and focus on specifics. If I wanted to, let's say I wanted to improve on Omen on Sunset, I would watch a VOD, and one that speaks to me is EG versus Sentinels. I remember watching this game live. Okay, map 3. So this is how you do it, by the way, guys. Okay, you go to vlr.gg. You type in the team name, EG. Okay, you scroll down, Evil Geniuses. Then you click on the match, and then it'll have all the maps. Map 1, map 2, map 3, Sunset. Okay, map 3, boom. And this will bring me to a timestamped video of the VOD. Okay, now, at this point, I want to reconfirm my goal of watching, my goal associated with watching this VOD. It is going to be to improve on Omen. So I wanted to watch, I'll pick one Omen in the game, even if there's two. I'll pick the Omen 10s, or I'll pick the Omen player supamen. In this example, I want to pick supamen, okay, because he's on the winning team, and I think he plays Omen really well. So I'm looking at his decisions, I'm looking at his utility, I'm looking at, based on his decisions, are his teammates set up properly to kind of support his play? But then also I want to look at, is he playing differently in certain situations than he normally does? Is this because he's worried about enemy ults? Or is there no rhyme or reason behind his play? Generally with pro players in team environments, there's always going to be some type of reasoning behind what they're doing. So this is where you start to learn how to logically understand these plays, okay, by watching these games. Point number 2, it's very important that you guys are looking at the radar more than you're looking at the crosshair, okay? When I VOD review, I'm looking at the radar probably about 80% of the time, if not more. I don't care about the shots that he's hitting. I might go back and I might look to see how he's peeking angles if I wanted to get better at peeking angles, but I don't care about his shots and if he's hitting one taps or if he's whiffing. I want to see, did he make good decisions? If he made good decisions, these are things that I could track, and I could say, oh, all right, that made sense. I'm going to do that next time I'm playing against a situation similar to this one. Boom. Now you start to improve your playbook. You start to get better at reading the rounds, reading the information that's given to you in the game, and you just become a better player overall, okay? Number 3, we need to be reading the information on the screen when we hit tab. Let me show you. So this screen right here, every single round, you want to go in, you want to pause, and you want to look at this screen right here, and you want to say, all right, Is there anything on the screen that should affect the decisions that are being made in the round? To me, there is one thing and one thing only. Well, a couple things, but really, as far as the ults go on the Sentinel side, there's nothing even close to being in play, so I don't think their decision making or strat calling is going to be orb focused. However, EG are 2 off their Raze ult. Okay? Now, if they get the orb on Jagamo and he gets a kill, they have a really good chance of bonusing Sentinels. If he gets the orb and they lose the round, he's guaranteed to have ult next round. And that is what you want. Round 4, at least, when you go mano-a-mano, gun versus gun, that is the rounds where those are the rounds where you want a little bit of an advantage over your teammate, or against your enemy rather. Okay, so no real ults in play for Sentinels. EG is 2 off their Raze ult. Let's see what they do here. And again, guys, I'm focused on supamen and the decisions that he's making. What does he do? Okay, I want to look at his utility, and I want to look at his decision making. Here, he smokes B main, breaks the cam. Okay. Now I want to ask myself, why does he do this? Okay, let's keep watching. Sometimes you need more info, so you keep watching. And again, look at my eyes, guys. I know you can't see my monitor, but I'm up here with it. I'm here, and then I see the smoke. I look at the smoke, and I'm back to this. Now, when I'm looking at the map, is there anything that stands out to me about this play? Yes, there is. He is smoking B main. He's got 3 teammates here, Fade, Raze, Breach, all ready to fight with him or do some type of trap play off of his contact. That's number 1. Number 2, guess who's playing on A? Cypher. Cypher's over at A, which means over at B, we should be kind of fighting for something if possible. Okay, so what do? They smoke B main. Number 3, who is close to their ult? Jagamo. What happens? Breaks the cam. Jagamo stands here. He walks up. He says, screw it. I'm gonna go grab the ult point. He goes and he gets the ult point. Now they're 1 off their ult. Okay? So like I said, everything makes sense here. Everything's logical. Right? These are the kind of things you need to be looking for in your VOD review sessions. Okay, guys? Let's keep going. Okay. Next round. Is there anything this round that affects his decision making? We're about to find out, right? But I want to see this because I need to know why he's doing what he's doing. If I don't know why he's doing what he's doing, all I see is a player doing random cool things, and I'm going to copy it. But I'm never going to know the right time to do it, okay? Timing is everything in this game. We need to understand why pros are doing things. Because if we don't, we're going to blindly do them. And when you blindly do these things that these pros are thinking deeply about in the pre-round, you're going to find yourself in crappy situations, and you're going to die in-game, right? So, let's see if there's anything this round. What does he do? He smokes A main for his teammates. Why does he do that? Okay, they're playing for the A main orb. Also, who else is close to ult here? Derek is 1 off his ult. Surprise, surprise. Let's see what happens. Eye deep. Jump spotting. Prowler. Grabs the orb. Surprise, surprise, guys. Everything's very logical in this game, especially at the pro level, right? So, can we start doing this in our own ranked games when we're 1 off? Can we start realizing that the enemy team might be doing this in our ranked games? If so, you can come up with a really good defensive call to counter this. But you wouldn't know if you weren't looking at the ults, right? If you didn't hold tab at the beginning of the round, you never would have seen that Derek's 7 out of 8, right? If you didn't look at the ults at the start of the round, you wouldn't understand why Supamen is playing a little bit more passive and not fighting for B main. The reason for that is he just feels like if he plays safer, and I don't know this for sure, but he doesn't need to contest B main this round. He can play safer. They can play for retake, full retake with the Raze ult as kind of like the tip of the spear. But also, they're getting this A-line, and they're busy over here today. Okay, they get the A-line, and what happens? They go for a deep stun. Jagamo spots one. Dog off the Prowler. Good job by Zelsis living here. So what do they do here? They've lost all the A space on Sentinels. So guess who's here in market? Ready for the speed up. Our boy Supa. Okay. And what does he do? Amazing one-way here. He understands, okay, they just got pushed out of A. Let me go ahead and one-way this so I can get my rotational players over to the site to assist us, right? Here we go for Roomba. Looks like Sen is going pretty good. What do we got here? Derek with a 3-man fade ult in mid to stall the head out even more. Now what do we have? A minute left on the clock. No control of A. They just got B main control and they have no market control. This is a very good round for EG. So what's another thing that they did this round? Okay, you did this A trap where Jagamo is down, walking down the lane here, shows himself, instantly goes back mid for what? A raise ult trap play. Okay, boom, beautiful round from EG. Great round. Okay, here we're looking at Supamen again. Why is he tucked like this? He's baiting for his teammate so he can stun and swing and get 3, right? But if we just saw him playing this round and we decided to start playing this spot every couple of rounds, we'd realize, this is only good if we have somebody playing off of us, okay? So this is how I would be watching pro VODs. I'd be looking at the radar, I'd be looking at the ults, I'd be looking at the money. I would go through and watch each piece of util that a certain agent that I'm watching throws, and I would try to understand why they're throwing it, why they're positioned this way, and so forth. Okay? That is how you VOD review. Don't worry about what the entire team did or how Sentinels is playing their attack side. Focus on the decisions that a singular agent, a singular person are doing, and then go deeper and look to see, oh, okay, they're doing this because their teammates are doing this. Okay? Then you can make the logical connection. All right? Now, secondly, one more thing. It's very important that you don't rush VOD review, guys. There's no shame in only watching 3 to 4 rounds of a VOD and sitting there for an hour. It happens sometimes. Sometimes you need the time to think about all the potential possibilities. Now, sometimes you're going to overcook stuff and you're going to be wrong about it. There's no way to know if you're right or wrong. Unfortunately, if you're friends with any of these guys. So, because that's the case, you got to just let logic drive the decision making and analyze it on a logical basis, okay? The other way that you could do it, VOD review, is watching Pro Radiant MVP, I think. There's a lot of Radiant MVPs. There's a lot of channels to watch. Okay, let's say we want to improve on Raze. Okay, and we wanted to watch how Narrate plays Raze on Split. Boom, here we go. I'd be looking at, understanding he's a duelist player. Maybe I want to watch how he's pathing. Maybe I want to watch how he's satcheling in, how he's using his util, the risks that he's taking on defense. Do they make sense? Right? All of these things are important. But I'm only focused about Narrate in this game. I don't care about the enemy team. I don't care about his teammates. Unless I'm looking to see if his teammates are doing a good job of supporting him and kind of like masking his position or his idea in the round. Okay? That is very important. The one thing that I'll say about watching these VODs is in these VODs, you can't look at the radar for the most part because people have cam blocking it. But what can you do in these VODs? You can see... You can hear the comms. You can see the crosshair placement. You can see how methodical these guys are when they're clearing angle to angle. You can give yourself a really good boost as a player by watching one of these players and understanding what they're doing. If you're able to see the way that they're playing, you're more likely to be able to replicate it, okay? Anyways, guys, these are the main things that I'm looking for. Again, just to recap this video, I'll probably end it right now. It's 15 minutes, is solid. Look at the information given to you by hitting tap, okay? Make sure we're reading the ults, the money of the opponent, and letting that dictate our decision-making and our positioning. Number 3, ask questions. Ask yourself why. If you don't know, ask me. or ask somebody in my comments or my Discord section. People will generally like to help out in that server. Okay? All of these things are very important. It's important to ask questions. It's important to do this because it helps with your game sense. And if your game sense increases, guess what? You're able to avoid situations that are unfavorable. You're able to put yourself in lots of beneficial fights, and you're going to win a lot more games. You're going to win a lot more rounds if you start acting like a student of the game. Okay? Anyways, that's going to be it for today. Hopefully this makes sense. If you guys need more clarification on anything, feel free to let me know. It's no big deal. Hopefully you're able to start doing a little bit of VOD review on your own, whether it's your own game or it's one of these pro games or one of these pro VODs on YouTube. Okay? Hope everybody has a great night. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.